Trump breaking news today. Last year, Donald Trump sent Ivanka Trump's lawyers almost $2.3 million in contributor money. Legal counsel for Ivanka Trump received millions of dollars from a political action committee that Donald Trump controlled. Last year, $2.3 million was delivered to the firms that defended Ivanka in the lawsuit filed by the New York Attorney General about the Trump Organization's finances. Members of the Trump family were represented by another law firm that received over $5 million. Donald Trump's political fundraising organization has shelled out millions of dollars to legal firms that represent his adult children in their individual cases, according to an examination of Federal Election Commission documents conducted by Business Insider. The Save America PAC spent a total of $2.3 million in 2023 on two legal firms that represented Ivanka Trump, his eldest daughter. The law firm Robert & Robert received an extra $5.3 million from the PAC. The firm represented Ivanka Trump, Eric Trump, and Donald Trump, Jr., as well as the Trump Organization, in a number of cases that do not seem to be related to Trump's bid to reclaim the presidency in 2024. Trump established Save America not long after his 2020 presidential campaign came to a close. He has relied heavily on it to solicit donations, frequently sending out messages that exaggerate his legal issues and the 2020 election, while Trump fights criminal indictments and civil lawsuits over his efforts to overturn the 2020 election results, claims of sexual misconduct and defamation, and alleged financial misconduct through his company, as well as media organizations for what he claims is unfair coverage. A significant portion of the PAC's budget goes toward legal fees, according to Robert McGuire, who heads research for the Washington-based campaign finance monitoring group Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics. Trump has lied to Save America's backers for a long time. In 2020, he raised tens of millions of dollars for the PAC by making baseless claims of a stolen election and casting the PAC as an official election defense fund, McGuire told the publication. Since then, the committee has largely become a vehicle for paying his family's, and his associates' legal bills, while also channeling tens of millions to a pro-Trump super PAC. The legal firm Kellogg, Hansen, Todd, Figel and Frederick received $1,042,479 in 2023 from Save America, while the law firm Troutman Pepper Hamilton Sanders received $1,303,667.11 from the organization. In the massive financial dispute between the Trump Organization, Donald Trump, his three eldest children, and several officials, both firms represented Ivanka Trump. The case was brought by New York Attorney General Letitia James. Allegations were made by the Attorney General's office that the firm had inflated its financial statements in order to secure preferential insurance, tax, and bank loan rates. The legal firms seem to have performed admirably. A state appeals court in New York removed Ivanka Trump from the case in June of last year, citing the passage of time as the reason for the dismissal. It would appear that Ivanka Trump was the only client of the two legal companies. Ivanka was represented by Michael K. Kellogg of the Washington, D.C.-based Kellogg Hansen firm beginning in September 2022, according to court papers. Reed M. Figel joined Kellogg in January 2023. In addition to representing Eric and Donald Trump, Jr., Clifford S. Robert and Michael Farina of Robert & Robert were their local attorneys in the lawsuit. Figel said in court documents that Ivanka should be treated differently from her father and brothers due to the fact that she left the Trump Organization in 2017. Ms. Trump's factual and legal defenses are unique, both because the legal theory and factual allegations made against her are different, and because she left the company in January 2017, Farina stated in a filing from March 2023. As the trial date got nearer, Kellogg and Figel decided not to represent Ivanka Trump any longer. Prone to this, Ivanka Trump's legal team was joined on the docket by Bennett S. Moskowitz of Troutman Pepper. Moskowitz had before defended the executors of Jeffrey Epstein's estate in litigation involving rape accusers. In June, when Ivanka Trump was removed as a defendant in the lawsuit, his colleague Ketan D. Brood joined her team. The New York AG's office would continue to pursue Ivanka even after she was no longer a defendant, according to emails that were eventually presented as an exhibit in court. The office was still in favor of her testifying as a witness and even used the fact that her attorneys were being paid by Mr. Trump's Save America PAC, along with the other defendants, to support their position. Hope you are doing well, and I am sure you are excited to hear from us again, one office member wrote to Moskowitz in an email from September. We wanted to let you know that we are including Ivanka on the preliminary trial witness list we are sending over to defendants this evening. In October, following the start of the trial, Moskowitz sought to invalidate the subpoena for the trial on the grounds that she was not within the court's authority and that she had not been properly served. He further contended that her testimony in New York would be too burdensome given her responsibilities as a Florida resident and school-aged mother of 3. Ms. Trump, who resides in Florida with her 3 minor children, will suffer undue hardship if a stay is denied and she is required to testify at trial in New York in the middle of a school week, Moskowitz stated in a court document. The arguments were unsuccessful. On November 8, Ivanka Trump gave a testimony during the trial, answering inquiries on loans she might have been involved with vague phrases like "I don't recall" or "I don't remember" gave the impression that her memory was foggy. After closing arguments in January, the trial was finally over, and Judge Arthur Engoron of the New York Supreme Court is anticipated to make a ruling later this month. Spending on legal fees by Trump's PACs exceeded $50 million by April, when Moskowitz, an attorney located in New York, took up the case. Robert had already ceased defending Ivanka Trump, but he was still representing her 2 brothers. Business Insider reached out to Moskowitz, Brood, Farina, and Kellogg for comment, but none of them answered. Except for their representation of Ivanka Trump in the lawsuit brought by the New York Attorney General, Business Insider was unable to locate any cases involving Trump associates. On the other hand, Trump's personal legal issues have involved Robert's firm to a greater extent. Moreover, he resolved a dispute brought by Michael Cohen for allegedly unpaid legal costs in the middle of 2023 and represented Trump in a case that was later dismissed regarding the Trump Organization's ties to a multi-level marketing firm. Based on a study of the FEC records conducted by Business Insider, Robert & Robert was the only law firm or individual attorney to receive $5,288,756.36 from Save America. A request for comment was not promptly addressed by Clifford S. Robert. When compared to the more than $50 million spent on legal fees by Save America and MAGA PAC, another political organization controlled by Ivanka Trump's father, the sums incurred by law firms representing Ivanka Trump pale in comparison. When Business Insider reached out to PAC representatives for comment, they were unavailable. Ivanka Trump's legal representation in the case was funded by Trump's political backers, albeit the reason behind this is unclear. According to ethics reports, she and her husband Jared Kushner were worth around $1 billion while Trump was president. After he left office, a financial firm that Kushner built raised even more money, totaling billions. A request for comment was not responded to by Ivanka Trump. Republican commissioners of the Federal Election Commission, FEC, have reportedly declined to investigate allegations of improper PAC expenditure, according to Crew Research Director McGuire. The FEC's Republican commissioners have voted against every single instance where the agency's own nonpartisan lawyers have found reason to believe Trump or his committees committed violations, according to him.